Does your business feel like a never-ending game of whack-a-mole? One day you're chasing one idea, the next you're pivoting to something completely different, yet nothing seems to stick. The problem is not your strategy. It's not even that you need to work harder. The real issue, you're out of alignment with who you actually are as a business owner. And until you fix that, everything will keep feeling chaotic. In today's episode, I'm breaking down why your business feels scattered, how to stop second guessing every move, and the simple shifts that will get you back on track without the overwhelm. Now let's dive in. Welcome to Your Limitless Life, the podcast where creativity meets transformation. I'm Jane Bellante, artist, coach, and entrepreneur, here to help you let go of fear, embrace your power, and create the life and business you've always dreamed of. Each week, we'll explore the tools and stories that inspire growth and action. If you're ready to break free and live your limitless life, you're in the right place. Now let's begin. Welcome back to Your Limitless Life podcast. I am your host, Jane Bellante. If your business feels scattered, inconsistent, or like you're constantly shifting gears without real traction, and this was me for so many years, it's likely because you're missing identity alignment, and this is the foundation of all success. Today, we're diving deep into why your business lacks clarity and direction, how to get out of the scattered cycle, and the exact steps to align your business with who you truly are so you can grow with confidence and ease. So let's start talking about why your business feels scattered. And again, I have lived through this, and this is why I am here, because I want to help you get out of this scattered cycle. So the first reason why your business might feel scattered is you are trying to be everything to everyone. Are you constantly shifting your offers, constantly shifting your messaging, and constantly shifting your audience? I was. Are you feeling like you have to cater to every opportunity that comes your way? So just not filtering out, just immediately jumping into something new all the time. Because these two things are a sign of misalignment with your true identity. And you're not going to attract your perfect person and your perfect customer, the person that pays you to solve one of their problems, if you are constantly shifting and if you feel like you're trying to cater to everyone. So you've heard the term niche down, right? And for us as creators, it's really hard to niche down because we like to do so many different things. But I am here to tell you that if you're trying to be everything to everyone, no one or a very small amount of people will be buying your thing. So whether it's your art that you're selling, your crafts that you're selling, maybe you're teaching online courses, whatever it is that you do, if you can't stick to one thing, it is super confusing to your audience. And I've been in this cycle, so I totally understand this. It's really letting yourself take a step back and understanding, what do you love to do more than anything else? And once you really understand what you love to do more than anything else, because when you attach your energy to this excitement, right, because you love it so much more than anything else, it's like a domino effect. You start to attract people that love that too. And when you're trying to cater to everybody, again, they don't know who you are. They don't understand the very core of your being. And worst of all, they don't understand how you help them. Okay, so this is misalignment with your true identity. So the tip here is, what do you love to do more than anything? Because then you can understand how that helps your customer, right? Because your customer doesn't really care what you're selling. They really don't. They don't care what you're selling. What do they care about? How it's going to help them solve one of their problems. Okay. So, number one, you're trying to be everything to everyone. Number two, you haven't fully owned who you are in business. So, your strengths, your values, your unique approach, it's not clearly defined. You're following what you think you should be doing instead of what aligns with you. And this is really like concretized by social media, right? Because you're seeing people be successful, posting a certain way, going live all the time, posting reels all the time, right? And you're following what you think you should be doing instead of what aligns with you. What if you hate going live more than anything in the whole wide world? You shouldn't be doing that, right? You can still build a really healthy online business by not going live. So when you're following what you think you should be doing instead of aligning with what you actually love to do, it leads to burnout. Hard burnout. And I have not burned out just once. I have burned out like 3 different times. Okay. So I understand this at the core of my being. And not only does it lead to burnout, but it leads to inconsistency. You're kind of all over the place. And I talked about that with point number 1, right? Because if you're all over the place, your perfect person doesn't know who you are. They don't understand why they should be paying for you. And also, too, if you haven't fully owned who you are, if you haven't fully aligned with the identity of what you actually should be doing, the way you actually love to create, and the way that you love to help your customers solve their problems, it really can feel like you are forcing success. And when you're forcing success, it's literally like banging your head against the wall. You will get nowhere. You are not in the flow. And that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good in your body, and it doesn't make a successful creative business. So the third reason why your business might feel scattered is because your business model doesn't match your natural flow. So, like I talked about in point number 2, are you doing things in your business that don't feel good to you, but you think you have to do them anyways? Are you creating from a place of inspiration or a place of scarcity and fear? Because this is huge. If you are hustling to just try to make a buck so you can pay a bill, that's a whole different place than, oh my goodness, I love to make this. I love to teach this. I love to do this. Because when you are showing up as your authentic, aligned self, your perfect person, your customer starts to understand not only who you are, but they want more of you because you're showing up from your like very inspired way of creating that is significant to just you. And that is how we begin to stand out in our marketplace because, right, everybody can open a Facebook business page or an Instagram page or a YouTube channel or TikTok and begin a business. And so it is super saturated. So how do you stand out? It is showing up as your authentic self from this amazing place of inspiration instead of from scarcity and fear. Because if you're showing up in the energy of scarcity and fear, guess what's going to come back to you? Scarcity and fear. If your work constantly feels like an uphill battle, you're out of alignment. You are out of alignment. So how do we fix this? And this is called identity alignment. And this is actually your true north. It's like your superpower, right? So if identity equals the core of everything in your business, because we are, and I'm going to go so far as to say most of the people watching me or listening to this on Apple Podcast or Spotify are females, okay? So when we understand that we are solo female entrepreneurs, our identity carries directly into our business. And so identity is the core of everything. If you aren't clear on who you are and what your business stands for, nothing will flow. It will always feel like force. I have been there, done that. So, what is the fix? What are the fixes, right? And I have 4 steps that I'm going to talk about right now that will help you fix this scattered way that you've been running your business. It will help you align with your true identity, your true north, so that you can really and truly understand what the foundation of your business is. So, step number 1, get clear on what you truly want. Clarity is everything. So, who are you at your very core? Who are you? Do you know? Have you let yourself slow down enough to take a breath to understand who you are? Because that is how you will attract your customers. When you show up as your authentic self, that's what people are looking for. They want somebody to connect to, they want somebody to understand them. It's so important. What do you love doing versus what you think you should be doing? And this is the same thing. And if you've watched or listened to me for a while, you've heard me talk about producing rather than creating in the flow, right? Creating for you rather than producing. What do you love versus what you think you should be doing? And the third point to step number 1 is, what is your true mission? And it's not what sounds good, right? But it's what actually fuels you. I talked about, what do you love to do? Like, what's the very thing that you love sitting down and doing? That is your fuel. And that is a huge clue to what the foundation of your business should be. Okay, step 2, align your offers and your messaging with your identity. And this sounds like, oh, that makes sense, right? But again, it's really important to be so clear. Stop offering things just because you can. Again, it's like hustling for money rather than building a foundation and working in the flow. Build your business around what lights you up and delivers transformation for your customer. And maybe you're thinking like, well, I just make art, I just sell my art, or I just sell my crafts. How does that transform somebody? Dive in deep here. Dive in deep. When somebody buys your painting and puts it in their room, it makes a difference in their environment, right? Same for crafts. And then you can ask yourself, does this feel aligned with the life I want to create? So maybe you're doing a whole bunch of in-person shows and you can't stand them. You're so sick of them, right? But yet you keep doing it because you don't know any other way. Is that aligned with the life that you want? It's really, really important to understand what you want. Step number 3 is setting boundaries around your energy. And this is so important because the energetics, they run everything. The energy runs everything, right? If you're putting something out there that you feel not aligned with, like, oh my God, I have to do this. Again, if you're working from like that scarcity mindset, is I just need to make a couple bucks so I can pay my bills, whatever. What energy are you delivering that in? Right? It is like fear. It is, I don't feel like doing this, but I'm doing it anyways because I feel like I have to. So if you're drained by your business, something's not aligned. Are you working in a way that honors how you create best? So are you following somebody else's system that you're like, oh my God, so maybe somebody's telling you to get up at 5 in the morning and do this, then that, right? And you're like, this sucks. I hate this. I hate getting up at 5 in the morning. Guess what? That system will never work for you. Never, ever. Right? So are you working in a way that honors how you create best? And lastly, where are you saying yes when you should be saying no? Because that brings in that people pleasing, right? And that is not in alignment with your true identity. If it's a solid no inside of you and then you say yes, how does that make you feel? Like, oh my God, I can't believe I just said yes to that, right? Where are you saying yes when you should be saying no? So that's step 3, setting the boundaries around your energy. Again, when you put something out in the energy of flow and excitement, and this is what I truly, truly love to do, guess what's going to come back? That's like a higher vibration, a higher energy that comes back. If you're putting it out and, oh my God, I have to do this, it's scarcity, like it's fear, I don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to do it anyways. Like it feels horrible. Guess what's going to come back? Next to nothing. And I understand this completely because this is what I used to do. So step number 4 is trusting that simplicity equals success. You don't have to do everything. You just have to do the right things. And when you understand what you love to create, you can really start to dive in deep. Like, who is your customer? What pain points are you solving for them? Right? So my 4 pillars are identity, branding, vision, and visibility. So this goes to, like, we're talking about identity today all the way, right? If you understand who you are, you can understand who your customer is, and then you can understand how you help them, and then you can become visible. So you don't have to do everything. You just have to do the right things. And having a clear business identity makes decision-making easier. Clarity really and truly equals higher energy, higher momentum, and bigger growth. And that's what we all want. We're sitting here dreaming of having this amazing business. Like some of you have even quit your full-time jobs. Like, you know what? I really just want to do this. And why isn't it working? I feel like I'm struggling. I'm spinning so many plates always. You know, and we do have a problem loving everything with squirrel, 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 squirrel. Like I love it all, right? So the clarity is so important, and attaching the energy, because again, I'm going to say, what do you love? Because that love, the energy of love is such a high vibration. It's so high. And when you can attach the energy to something you love, and then you're putting your offers out based on that energy, you will explode. You will explode. Whatever your offer is, maybe it's in-person classes, maybe you have a storefront and you're trying to get more foot traffic in, right? Maybe you're doing online classes, maybe you're doing shows, maybe you have a booth in somebody else's store. Again, when you are putting your offers out there with low energy, low momentum, and, you know, a scarcity mindset, that is what's going to come back. You're expecting yourself to fail. And maybe you're not even putting your offer out there because you're expecting yourself to fail. So clarity really helps you understand how to attach this loving, amazing, joyful, excited energy to your abundant growth. So takeaways from today, I would say, if you are feeling scattered, and I know that so many of you are, I know it because I lived it. I've lived in this energy for so long, and I see you. If you feel scattered, it's not because you're bad at business. It's because you're out of alignment with your identity. And the more you lean into your true self, the easier everything else becomes. Success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing the right things with clarity and confidence. So I want to give you a journal prompt that will help you become more clear. So the prompt is, what do I really want my business to feel like? And what am I doing out of fear versus true alignment? What do I really want my business to feel like? And what am I doing out of fear versus true alignment? And I want to leave you with this. What would happen if you fully stepped into your identity and let your business reflect that? What would happen? if you actually let yourself achieve your goals. So thank you so much for being here. I will see you next week, Wednesday, for another episode of Your Limitless Life podcast. Thanks, everyone.